Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and I wanted to talk to you about the 2018 MacBook Pro. Now, based on the title of this video, you know I already returned it, but I wanted to talk about why I returned it. So, the 2018 MacBook Pro, in my tests and for my specific use, isn't really what I needed. My original plan was to buy the 2018, top of the line, and then use that and sell the one back here, which is the 2017 top of the line model, and that would help pay for the other device. So then I'd use the 2018 version until maybe a new design came out or something dramatic was introduced as far as processors or cooling or who knows what. However, in my tests with Final Cut Pro, the way I use it, I found that the 2017 model actually compresses the video faster and allows me to edit it at the same speed. So I normally use it in this mode. This is called closed clamshell mode, attached to an eGPU, which is then attached to this monitor back here. Then I edit through that, and that helps speed everything up. So this is a 3.1 gigahertz quad-core i7, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and also has an RX 560 Pro GPU. Now, I've got that tethered to that eGPU, which is an RX 580, so it works pretty good for me for the most part. Now, what I found was the Core i9 in the 2018 version actually would throttle down almost to 1 gigahertz when in this mode. So in closed clamshell, it could not get the heat out fast enough, or even after I opened it up, when it was attached to an eGPU, it just seemed to get a lot hotter. So it actually would throttle down to 1 gigahertz at times. I saw it go as low as 800 gigahertz, or 800 megahertz rather, and that's just incredibly slow compared to the 3 to 3.1 gigahertz that one constantly stays at under the same exact tests and situation. So under those tests, I found that the 2017 was faster for me. Now, that's not true of every single thing. If you're using different programs than I am, you may have different results. However, editing 422 10-bit coming off the GH5 that I'm using right now, that's what I found. It's much slower compressing on the newer MacBook Pro, and it gets much hotter and can't handle the eGPU setup that I already use. So that left me with either return it, use it and deal with it, or return it and see what else comes out. Now, I'm really looking forward to the modular Mac Pro that Apple talked about coming out in 2019. If they come out with that, I'll be very excited to try that out if it's what they say it is. If it's like the old cheese grater Mac, the huge one that I actually posted a picture of today on Instagram and Twitter, that one in particular is what I really want. I just want an upgraded version of that for now. So we want the latest Xeon processors, the latest memory as far as speed, and then the option to put in whatever graphics card we want, and that will solve most of the problems. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, why don't you just use Windows? You could do that, build that computer today. And actually, I do have a computer that's pretty fast. It's got a Core i7 4 gigahertz Skylake processor, 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, and also it's got a 1080 or GTX 1080 Founders Edition in it. And yes, it's fast, but I don't like Premiere. I've tried Premiere over and over, and especially when editing 422 10-bit 4K video, it just doesn't even come close to Final Cut in my tests. It can't handle it the same way, especially when you're compressing it. Final Cut Pro blows it away every single time. Even with an old MacBook, it's just that much faster. There's a lot of videos other people have done on that, and check them out for yourself, but I think you'll find similar results. Anyway, if you're not editing 4K, then it makes sense. However, until Adobe updates that, it's just not close right now, and if you need to put out a video quickly, or since I'm so familiar with Final Cut, that's what I use. So I boxed up the Core i9, completely boxed it up, returned it, and the great thing about the return is Apple lets you use it for 14 days, no questions asked. They return it, say, why are you returning it? I told them because it throttles, it doesn't do what I need to, and my Core i7 was faster for what I did. They wrote that down and took it back and gave me my money back. So that's really why I returned it. It just doesn't meet my needs. So that leaves me with the iMac Pro or that 2019 Mac Pro. So kind of stuck right now. We'll see what happens in the future, but let me know your thoughts about it in the comments below. What do you think? If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and like. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.